Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making some soft serve ice cream. We're making a vanilla soft serve and a mint soft serve. These are super easy to make, delicious in the GreenPan Frost. You can use any other ice cream mixer, but I am partial to the Frost. We're going to get started, so let's go. Come on and make some ice cream. I like to make my soft serve mix in advance and put it in the fridge. I find that using a really cold mix helps in the freezing process. It makes it about like 27 to 30 minutes instead of like 35 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and make these now. I like to use a scale. You can use cup measurements. I have both on my site. You can find this recipe for free on CourtneySweets.com. I'll leave a link below as well. So I'm gonna go with 420 grams of regular milk. This is whole milk. And if you're dairy free, I highly recommend oat milk. I like full fat Oatly. We're gonna go in with our heavy cream. I'm using 240 grams of that. Perfect. Now we'll do that with the other container as well. One of these are gonna be mint and one's gonna be vanilla. Now we're gonna go in with 100 grams of sugar into each. Perfect. We're gonna go with vanilla bean paste for the vanilla, and then for the mint ice cream, we're gonna be using mint extract. For the vanilla, you could also use a pure vanilla extract. I just like the specks of vanilla bean, so that's why we're going with a paste. Now I have some instant vanilla pudding. I bought this at Aldi. It's super affordable there. It doesn't have any food dyes, so that's why I get it from Aldi. And it's a great stabilizer for the ice cream, kind of keeps it firmer instead of just using the other ingredients without it. So we're just gonna give 1 tablespoon to each of them. So for the mint ice cream, I'm gonna use 3/4 teaspoon. I do have a 3/4 teaspoon measuring spoon, which I really like and appreciate. So we're gonna go in there with that. And then for the vanilla, we're gonna go with about 1.5 teaspoons of the vanilla bean paste. You can go for 1 teaspoon to 2 teaspoons. So I'm just gonna mix that up a little bit and put that right in. It's a little jelly almost. 2. So that's for that. I might do a little, maybe let's go closer to 2 teaspoons. I really want that vanilla flavor and all of those vanilla beans in there. For the mint, we're gonna go and squeeze a little bit of the green in there. Hopefully that turns out green, we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and mix the vanilla first. And then go. And I like doing it in mason jars because it's just easier to mix. I don't have to use a bowl. See all those specks of vanilla bean in there? I love that. And we just keep mixing, mixing, mixing. And then I like to refrigerate it for at least 2 hours. You can even do this overnight, which is nice. So there's the vanilla mixed. And you could use a spoon in a bowl and put it into containers too. Since I'm using 2 light bases, I'm gonna go with a different lid for the mint. Hopefully we get some green, let's see. Again, these natural food dyes are not as concentrated and not as vibrant as, you know, the chemical food dyes. So we're gonna add a little bit more food dye in there. And this is my first time with the Chef Master, so let's see, let's add a little bit more. I don't wanna use too much. Small little bottle. Let's see. Give it another shake. Oh yeah, there's green. Look at that. I mean, it's not vibrant green, like crazy, crazy vibrant. But you know, Haagen-Dazs and brands like that, they don't even use food dye, which I like. So that's kind of green. Let's try adding a little bit of the Watkins. Shake it, shake it. I don't think it's gonna get much greener than this. So I'm just gonna shake it once more. Whoa, the Watkins gave it more green. All right. Now these are both ready and you can really see the green, I think, in my opinion. Now, this is a little bit creamier and then that's more green. I'm gonna put these in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. We're gonna run some errands. And then the other one I'm probably gonna make tonight or tomorrow. I refrigerate them for about 24 hours most of the time. Like that's the max I've gone to. So this will last. And we could just put it into our GreenPan Frost whenever we want and whenever we're craving some ice cream. I went ahead and took the vanilla out of the fridge. I'm gonna give it a nice little shake and then we're gonna put it into our frost. Soft serve. I'm gonna put it on level 4 with soft serve. Now we have our soft serve in our GreenPan Frost and it's just gonna go ahead and turn it into ice cream. I love watching this process. It usually takes about 25 to 30 minutes. 27 is usually the sweet spot and it results in the most luxurious, delicious soft serve. And this is just fun for my kiddos to watch. It does make a sound when it's ready too. It's gonna beep soon.
Good. Done?
I knew it. I said it was gonna beep soon. All right, first let's do your peanut and sesame and then you can have ice cream, okay?
Thanks, Mommy. I do have to eat veggies.
Yeah, you can eat veggies too. We forgot the star tip.
What?
Right. Okay, there we go.
Good.
Do you want to put some sprinkles on?
Yes. Put some in this and this.
Here, shake it in. I don't know why it's not coming out. Here, hold your bowl. It's not coming out because there's so many. Let me see. Oh, there we go. Gotta shake it up and down. There we go. All right, you can enjoy that.
Now, what do I eat it with?
A spoon, silly. And then you can eat the bowl. Go like this.
That's amazing.
There we go. Here's our vanilla bean soft serve. It's just vanilla soft serve. I use vanilla bean paste instead of using vanilla extract. You could use whichever you want, but it is nice and firm. As you can see, it's not dripping at all, and that is because I used a little bit of a stabilizer, and that is why I used the instant pudding. And you could just use that even if you're making chocolate. I have the chocolate recipe on here as well as on my website. And again, still not dripping, not falling. That is, it's pretty impressive. I mean, this, if it was melty and gooey and drippy, it would not have stayed in that cone. I actually have no, like it's not falling. So I'm not concerned that it's gonna fall. I'm just gonna do it without the sprinkles. So let's give it a taste. That was good. Wow. Oh, that is good. This is really good. This is like light and airy. It's not a very thick and dense ice cream like a custard. It's a nice soft serve. And it's really good. Oh my gosh. It's a little bit of a wonky cone, but yes, it pipes beautifully at level 4 or 5. Or should I say it swirls or extrudes perfectly. Trying to get it for the shot, my photos. So that is perfect, and I still have some ice cream left in there. I'm gonna take some pictures. So now what I'm gonna do is I am just gonna actually take it from these cones. It's been in there for like 2 minutes and it didn't melt at all. Like I was a little concerned about this one too. It's not melty. Didn't even drip on my cutting board at all, which is impressive. I was trying to find these containers. I don't like using plastic anymore, but I didn't want to put it in a freezer with glass, so that's why I went ahead and found the plastic that I didn't toss away. Now I'm just gonna put all of this in the freezer and see how it freezes so we can see if it's scoopable. This is not a custard though, this is a soft serve recipe, so we'll see. I have the mixing container here. You can see it's pretty clean after cleaning, but one thing I do like to do is remove all the removable parts, like a baby spoon or something not sharp. I take my fingernails and then get under there and then remove this, because I do notice that it gets a little bit of buildup So I like to clean in there, and then that is completely clean. Again, I still follow all the cleaning things that I did with the previous video that I did on here, is just like get a washcloth and really get in here and just make sure it's clean. It does go right back on, which is nice. So just in case you haven't been cleaning that part, and if you notice any buildup in there.
Now I'm using one of my cheapy tasting spoons because I really wanted to make sure that this was a scoopable ice cream, and it didn't bend. This spoon will bend if you're using it in a really hard ice cream. So I was really impressed. It scooped beautifully and I was in awe. My husband was like, this is amazing. It's delicious ice cream. So I was super happy with it. And then I did make the mint 2 days later. I wanted to see if it would last for 2 days in the fridge. So 48 hours after making this, we made the mint ice cream and it was delicious. This is a really good mint soft serve, but then you can add crushed Oreos or even mini chocolate chips when you're putting it into a container to freeze, because again, it freezes beautifully. I do like adding mix-ins, but you cannot add them while it's churning because of the way it churns. But it's super simple to just mix them in after they're done churning the ice cream. And as you can see, it's pretty quick. It only takes about 25 to 30 minutes and then you have your delicious ice cream. We used a natural food dye so you can really see a very pale green instead of a deep rich green.
Favorite ice creams is mint chocolate chip and Oreo, and I love that I can make that with this. So what I'm gonna do is add mini chocolate chips to this. I'm gonna put all of the ice cream in here now, and my kids got to enjoy a cone, and now we have ice cream for later. This ice cream freezes beautifully, so I really enjoy that I can let the kids have it as soft serve, but then we also have dessert for later. I really like that this is a great soft serve, but also freezes well, because that just makes it so much easier for our family to enjoy. My husband works long hours, and if I make the kids ice cream during the day, he's not usually home to enjoy this, but he loves an ice cream cone, so we just scoop it right into the ice cream cone, which is really nice. About done here. I'm gonna put it on extrude mode. Try to get all that ice cream out. Still a bit coming out. There's not much left there at all, but I have a nice amount left in this container. If you could see, it's almost full, which is really nice. I want to get some like pint containers, almost like, you know, the stores have, but I don't like anything that's single use, so I haven't really purchased any of those. I want to find ones that are reusable. So if you guys have any that you really like, let me know. I'm excited to try some. I'm gonna put that up and see a little bit comes up when you do that. I learned that with the vanilla yesterday, and it's funny because usually I just go right into clean mode. Oh, we dropped a little. So I'm gonna sprinkle in a few mini chocolate chips right over the top. Oh, that looks amazing. And now you can mix this in or leave them over top. I'm gonna mix them in a little bit, and then I'm gonna put a little bit more over top too, because we really like the mint chocolate chip action. But you could, of course, just enjoy this as a mint ice cream too. So there we go. I did sprinkle on some chocolate chips for my little guy. A little bit left on the spoon, that's for me. Very good. You could also do like shaved chocolate. Really, really good. But these mini chocolate chips work perfectly fine. And these are just semi-sweet ones. Yum, yum. So good. And look how pretty that is. I'm gonna go put this in the freezer now so we can enjoy it later. I wanna thank you guys so much for watching. Take care and God bless you, friends. See you soon. Bye.